Hey Canucks fans, the NHL trade deadline has come and gone, and our Vancouver Canucks did not make any moves today. So no trades, no signing of Phil Kessel. And bottom line is I'm actually okay with it. And I know a lot of fans wanted the Canucks to do something, especially as other teams in the West, in our division, as Vegas is doing their thing and signing players left, right, and center, as Edmonton made the moves for Carrick and for Henrique yesterday. So I get that two of our competitors in our own division made moves throughout the last couple of days. I know that teams in the West overall, Dallas, Colorado, and Winnipeg getting Tyler Toffoli. Toffoli was the one that I kind of did want the Canucks to pursue, and we won't know how aggressively they did pursue the Tyler Toffoli trade. So I get it. So Edmonton, Vegas, Colorado, Dallas, Winnipeg all got better. Even Nashville got a little bit better. LA didn't really do that much. So I get it. And I'm not even worried about the eastern side yet. Carolina obviously is one team that did a lot with Kuznetsov and of course Gensel. So I would say this. The Canucks made their two big moves earlier in the year. November 30th, they traded for Nikita Zadorov, and on January 31st, they traded for Elias Lindholm. I think we'd agree that Zadorov has worked out pretty well, even though we're not sure if he's going to re-sign with us as a UFA at the end of the season. And I think we'd agree that Elias Lindholm has been slightly disappointing, but there is still a lot of time for him to ramp his game up, to round his game out, and to continue to develop chemistry with his teammates. That's the whole point of why they got Lindholm so early on January 31st. Now, I guess the flip side, and we have to talk about this because of all the trades that we saw happen today. The flip side, yes, we got Lindholm in early, and he's been able to try at least work on developing some chemistry, which has been kind of up and down for the past month and a bit. But at the same time, whether the Canucks were trying to set the market back on January 31st, or I know there's a lot of people thinking that the Canucks kind of overpaid for Lindholm, considering all the assets we gave away, guys like Brustevich, Yormo, a first-round pick, Kuzmenko, of course, and then I think a later pick. I think there are 5 assets that went for Lindholm, whereas you're getting guys like Toffoli and Tarasenko for 2 draft picks. Basically, was the going rate for some of these guys who are, you would argue, are just as against. So that was a completely different category. But a lot of these other wingers, you're getting them for 2 draft picks and even salary retention. So I get all of that. But I think the bottom line for me, and I know Patrick Allvin's going to address the media right after I finish recording this video, is, quite frankly, it's a vote of confidence. It's a vote of confidence from Patrick Allvin and from Jim Rutherford to this current team. This current team that has been in the top 5, sometimes number 1 in the entire NHL for this entire season. It's a vote of confidence to this team that went through a really rough February, admittedly, but have come out of it now with 3 straight wins on the road. Granted, one of them was against a bad Anaheim team, but against 2 teams that are battling for playoff spots in LA and Vegas. And remember, that is without Tyler Myers, that is without Dakota Joshua. So would we like a bit more depth in the bottom 6 or maybe a scoring forward? Of course. Would we like another defenseman just in case more guys go down? Of course. Didn't have to worry about our goaltending. But to me, this is a vote of confidence to this current team saying, hey, we've got your back. You've played well all season, and we're going to give you, as the roster is currently constructed, to have a chance to take this as far as you can. Again, I get that Colorado, Dallas, Winnipeg, Edmonton, and Vegas are loading up, but there's no guarantee that those teams are going to improve, for sure. I actually laugh if Vegas, with all the moves they made, including Tomas Hertl right at the end, if they don't even make the playoffs, that would be amazing. But yes, and on the flip side of that is you don't give up any assets. So I get the Canucks had barely any cap space, so they're going to have to get creative. They've been giving away a lot of their picks. They didn't, but they held on to the picks that they still have, and most importantly, they held on to the prospects that they still have in Jonathan Lekkerimäki, Tom Willander, and DPD as well. So that's another reason why I was okay with the Canucks standing pat, is truly those 3 reasons. They made their big moves already. There's a vote of confidence to the team, and they did not have to give up any other assets, especially in terms of picks or prospects. So it really depends. Like I think some teams, the teams that made more moves, they probably felt they were further away, and that's just indicative of the standings. That's what the standings show. And other teams were kind of tweaking, and other teams like Vancouver didn't do a single thing. Throw in the Phil Kessel. The Phil Kessel one was a bit surprising. I thought although I guess not, because we didn't hear a lot of reports of how well he was doing, or how not well he was doing in Abbotsford. But yes, that deadline has come and gone. So the Canucks will not be signing Phil Kessel, at least not signing him today, with the intention of utilizing him for the playoffs and having him be eligible to play in the playoffs. So Canucks fans, would love your thoughts. Do you agree with me in that it's okay that the Canucks are standing pat, given that they're battling for, who cares about the President's Trophy, but the fact that they're battling for top spot overall in the league? That means home ice advantage throughout the entire playoffs, including the Stanley Cup Finals if you get there. So do you agree with me that with my point of a vote of confidence to the current team, that they have made big moves, they just didn't do them over the past week, and that you don't give up any additional capital in terms of prospects and picks? That's the way I'm looking at it, not just because I try and take the positive side all the time. No, that's truly, as I saw all these names come off the board today, the Toffoli's and the Zuckers of the world all dropping, then I figured I just had a feeling that the Canucks weren't going to do much, and by not anticipating or expecting anything, I actually wasn't that disappointed when 12 p.m. came and went, and all the Canucks insiders, Dollywall, Drance, Irf Gafar, they're all saying that the Canucks weren't going to do anything today, including signing Phil Kessel. So Canucks fans, let me know what you think in the chat. Am I being too, I don't know what the word is, too positive, too hopeful, too idealistic, too faithful, whatever it may be? Are you upset? Are you frustrated? Are you upset? Are you disappointed? How are you feeling right now? Give me a word or two. Put it in the chat. I'd love to read, react, and reply, and really just kind of get the sense of where you guys are at as Canucks fans with the Canucks' lack of activity today at the 2024 NHL trade deadline. Shout out to my sponsors, Van Estate Experts Real Estate, Perform, Transform, Personal Training, and Weight Loss. Thank you, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Carol Bovelander, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. And thanks to everyone who joined me for my live stream last night. We had a lot of fun, highlighted by talking about the Canucks win 3-1 over Vegas, and Carol donating 20 franchise memberships. So welcome to all of you. Okay, fans, as Canucks fans and friends, I will not be streaming tonight nor Saturday because I don't stream on the weekend. So I'll be back Sunday night at 11. So I hope you join me for my live stream then. And before that, I'll do my weekly members Ask Me Anything as well. As always, subscribe, like the video, leave a donation, become a member, upgrade your membership, and definitely leave a comment. How are you feeling now that the Canucks did not do anything at today's NHL trade deadline? Stay safe, stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.